this is the Crafty Maven Getaway. This is Miranda from My Scrappy Life. Welcome back to the channel. I am going to do Sketch It. So this is the sketch that I am going to use. If I can find it on Etsy shop, I will link it down below. It was something that I had paid for. And here we go. I decided to, you know what, since my son doesn't take photos anymore and he decides to use filters on almost everything that he uses for his social media platforms, and I forewarned him, anything that goes on social media, I get to scrapbook. So this was this dog photo thingamajigger filter. I think it's on Snap, whatever, Snap something, whatever it is. Whatever these people are using nowadays. It's this dog one or whatever, and I thought the Case of the Blahs would be absolutely perfect for this collection, or, you know, for this photo, just because it is my son. I think this particular photo was taken probably around his freshman year. So I haven't scrapbooked anything. I have not scrapped a single thing of his photographs since the first day of school in 7th grade. We were still in Germany. We were stationed in Germany. And if you are not quite sure of this or not new of this, I used to be stationed in Germany for 3 years. My husband's military, so we have been around the countryside for a minute or two and still going strong on that respect. And I just wanted to say, yep, that is exactly what, we were there, and I looked. It was 7th grade. That was the last time I did anything, was the year of his 7th grade. 8th grade, the last one is, the actual photograph is of Austin and I flying from Germany back over to the United States for him to go to his dad's. And that's honestly the last photos we have. So I told him, I said, you wanted to be part of me on social media, get ready for your photograph to be everywhere, but, you know, on social media, because I am going to scrapbook them. So I thought the Case of the Blahs would be perfect because this was around his freshman year. I'm kind of going back just a little bit, grabbing some. But when his whole social media platform is of this dog filter, I am not scrapping 5 gazillion photos of that. It's just not going to happen. But I will do at least one. So I thought the Case of the Blahs would be perfect. And I take these and I do these about a 1/2 inch, and I just take 3 different ones and I line it down. Now in the sketch, it has a big block, a little bit of embellishments, and then a bunch. So I decided to run it all the way down the page and kind of let it leap off this part of distressed. And I cut these down just so that I know how long they need to be to make sure that they're all good. And then the other thing that I do is that I edge the sides of the papers too. Like I said, I don't do this all that often, but because I was in over at Amy's house scrapping, this is the last, yes, this will be the last video that you will see for a little while of me scrapping and filming at Amy's house. And I know that this is at the end of the month, so I did have them all spread out because I did kind of just do whatever I felt like doing. But some of them worked out perfectly for me to do as design team layouts while I was there too. And this was part of the Secret Not Secret Kit Club weekend, but I just filmed this because it's the photograph that I decided to film of my son. And I'm pretty much just layering these down, and then I get to have fun making these look relatively decent and then just adding things. So I have only some of the 12 by 12 papers, the embellishment kit that you see that I'm working with, the die cuts, the 6 by 6 paper pad, and that's it. It came in part of a warehouse. I didn't collect this, but they had a warehouse box, and that's what I collected, was this little bit of it. So I'm just like, man, I wish I would have gotten more of this, only because it fits my son a little bit more on the respect of what it is. So the little things that I am placing on there is binge watching like a champ, and he does binge watch a lot. The tans and orange that you see on there is documenting the messy stuff. And this isn't really the messy stuff, but when all he takes is photographs of this, and I'm like, it is to me. It's like the messy stuff. It's like, it drives me insane. Why do I need to have 5 million gazillion pictures of this dog filter? And then the next little bullet says the case of the blahs. The next one after that is me time. After that is oops. And then I get down below, and I don't do any of the journaling. And in the still shots, you won't see the journaling done either, because I don't know what I want to put yet. I mean, he's a freshman. He's like, he's a high schooler at this point. So, and now he is rolling into being a sophomore. He's got 3 more years, and then he is out the door and into the real world. So it says relax, feeling all the feelings, snooze button, and he does that a lot. Attitude changes everything. And the background paper just has a ton of different things, like coffee. He likes drinking tea, documenting this messy stuff, the flaws, it's not all good, and something like that. It's just fits him. And it's not because he's, a negative person. He is a very positive person. I just wanted to treat this that he's a sophomore in high school, freshman in high school, probably when this took. And let me tell you, he acts like he has nothing else better to do than whine and complain. And what other high schooler doesn't? So I thought that that's why this fit this perfectly for him. And then also at the same time, I was like, you know what? This looks really good too for him, because it's like all the colors. I don't have very boyish tones for collections in my stuff, because I don't care that I have my son or my husband in the layouts. I will put flowers down. Don't care. Absolutely don't care, because my daughter is either in them or I'm in them. In this case, it's just Austin, and I'm like, man, I wish I would have, had something else. But really, in retrospect, this works out perfect. So I hope that you are liking this, and this is another way to do the case of the blahs, and show it just a little bit differently on how to use it if you do have it in your stash. The other thing too is that following a sketch just works well. I keep this pretty close to it, and I just love it. It's always been my starting point for everything. And make sure that you go like and subscribe to this channel. My stuff will be linked down below too if you like to see more of what you see here. All of my layouts are always posted. I'm almost up to 300, probably over 300 at this point when this goes up, of content for you, so that, you can check out my channel as well. That'll be down. And here I go. Scrap and Amy got me into Nuvo drops. I have got 3 different colors of Nuvo drops. Do not ask me what colors I am using, because I didn't even write them down. I just know that I am dotting these everywhere just to add a little bit, because I don't have the enamel dots that this kit came with. And I know that there is enamel dots, but this just matches. And then I do get my gold splatters out too, and then I splatter them all around. And I add these just wherever I felt that needed them. And then I asked Amy where she thinks of other colors I should put, and where I should put extra ones of going up and down this section of it. And it is kind of a pretty busy layout, but I absolutely love the way it turned out. It worked wonderful. And also, everything will be linked down below. Y'all know that I do link that down there. Make sure you check out the Facebook group as well. Obviously, that is growing as well. We always love to see you there. We post everything in there. We'd love to see your layouts in there. Tag us if you use our inspiration. All of that. So, yeah. And now I'm just rounding out. I think this is where we see Amy's. Yep, Amy's fingers comes in here to tell me kind of where other places the other colors should go. And then I think I'm done. So here are the splatters. I'm going to leave you with the splatters. It is a gold blinged color that I am using. And then I will talk to you soon. Bye.